So this has, I think it has the same effect, sorry. Yeah, sorry, it has the same effects. I know why I did this. It was coming out really quiet, so I just duplicated it to make it sound more full. What I could add now is a utility instead of duplicating it, because utility I could add gain to, but I only learned that in the last class, and I quite like the double dub effect. So I used that instead. I also really like the fact, like, adding the like vocal bit on top, which I've cut up, because it detracts a little bit from this. When I was listening to it without the vocal part, which I'll try and do now, it just didn't sound as good. It was very in the foreground. I didn't really want it. I wanted it as a background thing. You can hear, like, by adding that bit, it just brings it a bit closer. Otherwise, it would have seemed very far away, especially with all the reverb and the effects that I've added onto that. So that's why I added the vocals in. Let's just unloop that really quickly. So now, on from that, I also did this thing called electric piano. And I just EQ'd this, also added a gate to it, and I compressed it using just a normal compressor with a sidechain. I sidechained it to the piano. So I will play you this normally, what it normally sounds like. That's what it normally sounds like. So then if I go back again, I just EQ'd it to make it sound a bit more fresh and put a compressor. Compressed it to the grand piano rather than compressing it to the tango loop or the kick, and then added a gate. Because the kick really just takes out, when it's not playing, it takes out all of the frequencies. And I compressed it, I did the side chain again to the grand piano. And then we have this, which is I duplicated this. I duplicated the electric piano, but I wanted to use an arpeggiator, and because I'd drawn this in on MIDI, basically I've been trying to use the arpeggiator before, but I was trying to use it on vocals, and you can't do that. So because I had drawn this one, I was doing it on MIDI, I was able to use my arpeggiator, which is great. So I added this arpeggiator, which I really liked, and I picked the shape of the oscillator that I wanted, added a little bit of gain, kept pretty much the rest all the same. But then I EQ'd it as well, and I added a gate onto this one just to make it something a bit more different. So we'll listen to this. It just adds it a bit more, I don't know, it makes it sound much more light and springy with the arpeggiator because it's breaking it apart, especially with the gate as well. It just kind of really makes it bouncy, which I really like, because in the track it sounds like this. Shy Guy. If you're what they call a shy guy, apologies again for the echo, that's going to go on for a while. But yeah, so that's what I did with that. Now we can look at this one. This I was just drawing in. I just wanted to add something which was like a low frequency that came throughout, because I realized I was using quite a lot of highs, adding quite a lot to the high, but I wasn't doing anything to the lows. And I wanted something really low. So I found this bite-sized bass. And selected just the first section, and then added some compression to that. And I literally just drew in one line. You can see that I was messing around with doing a pattern, but the only sound that I actually liked was this sound. I just didn't like that or that, because I thought they were too high. But this was really nice, not too loud, but just in the background to have something, just a bit of wobble, adds a little bit more beat to it. So yeah, so this is what this sounds like. I also added a groove to that as well. So I added the Logic 8 groove, which is another thing that you can just get on samples in the groove pool. So I added a groove to it, so it makes that kind of rather than just having a simple wobble, which I kind of like because it adds more rhythm to it. So yeah, so then in the whole track that sounds like this. Yeah, so I really hope you've enjoyed that. I think now I've covered all of my bases on every single thing that I've done and incorporated in this track. I hope you enjoy the final piece. I think the one thing that I would have really liked to do, which I'm still going to try and do, is reduce the noise on the back of the vocals for this bit when you start in the beginning. That's the one thing that annoys me about this track that I have been unable to do, because there's no thing in Ableton that allows you to do that, because I can't EQ it. It won't let me take out the EQ because it's in the mid frequencies, and if I take that out, then you can't hear the voice. And there I have to get a plugin, but I am being cheap, and so I don't want to spend any money. But I might see if I can find a crack for it, and if I can, I will repost the new video without any of the annoying background noise, which kind of cuts away from those vocals. Which is another reason why I didn't really use the beginning part of these vocals again later on, because I just didn't want that sound in there again, because it's so noisy. I can just show you if you've forgotten.
In class, it's not so bad, but when school's out,
it's just that lots of grainy sound in the background. Some may think it adds character. I personally don't like it and want to get rid of that noise, which I'm going to learn how to do, hopefully soon. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the track. Peace out.